Forget everything you know about PC gaming because Windows is secretly throttling your expensive graphics card. This revolutionary free operating system actually delivers up to 20% better gaming performance today. For decades, Microsoft has reigned supreme as the undisputed king of PC games. But deep beneath that polished surface lies a slow, creeping rot of forced updates and endless spyware telemetry. You buy an expensive computer, yet you do not truly own it anymore. Microsoft forces advertisements into your start menu and constantly harvests your personal data without your explicit consent now. But there is a glorious escape route from this terrible digital prison now. Valve has officially released SteamOS for desktop computers, and it is absolutely brilliant for gaming enthusiasts everywhere today. Unlike Windows, which is heavily bloated with background office processes, SteamOS is incredibly lightweight. It allocates every single drop of your hardware's power directly to running your video games truly today. Think about the absolute nightmare of setting up a brand new Windows computer today. You must spend hours uninstalling stubborn bloatware, turning off spying telemetry, and fighting Microsoft account truly requirements. And do not get me started on the June update disaster. Microsoft released a massive update that instantly broke BitLocker encryption, OneDrive accounts, Excel, and even the humble recycle bin. Imagine waking up to a blue screen demanding a 48-digit recovery key. Millions of corporate users suffered exactly this nightmare because of a single unchecked buffer vulnerability in the shell. With SteamOS, this chaos is completely impossible. Valve utilizes an immutable operating system architecture, which means your core system files are entirely locked down and safely read only during normal truly use. Updates download silently in the background onto an isolated, secret partition. When you reboot your system, the bootloader simply swaps partitions, ensuring a perfectly flawless, risk-free update every single truly time. SteamOS is built on Arch Linux under the hood. It is a highly optimized, cutting-edge distribution, and Valve manages all the scary command line complexity completely behind the scenes for truly you. This means you get all the stability and speed of Linux without ever having to touch a terminal. It behaves exactly like a console, designed purely for your gaming enjoyment today. Because SteamOS is completely free, pre-built computer makers do not have to pay Microsoft license fees. This means cheaper systems and better hardware for consumers who just want to truly game. It is a local-first, telemetry-light environment. You do not have to worry about intrusive background data harvesting, nor will you find sudden AI features stealing your system performance ever truly today. Proton acts as a magical translator for Windows games on Linux. It converts standard execution files into instructions the system understands instantly, and you do not even realize it is running. One secret weapon of SteamOS is shader PI caching. Valve downloads PI-compiled shaders from the cloud directly to your machine, completely avoiding those horrible micro-stutters during intensive real-time gameplay truly indeed now. The Laft CPU scheduler is another stroke of pure genius. It instructs your processor to prioritize your active game above everything else, making gameplay feel incredibly smooth and responsive today now. By ditching the massive overhead of Windows, SteamOS saves up to 8 GB of memory. This gives budget systems with 16 GB of memory a massive, game-changing performance truly indeed boost. While Windows might show slightly higher average frame rates, SteamOS delivers incredibly flat frame time graphs. Your games feel significantly smoother because those nasty stutter spikes are completely gone truly today. AMD power management works natively and beautifully on the Linux kernel. Your processor does not constantly spike to high clocks for no reason, meaning your computer runs quieter and cooler now. Let us look at some actual real-world gameplay benchmarks. We tested a variety of demanding modern titles on identical Ryzen hardware under both operating systems, and the results were truly fascinating. In Cyberpunk 2077, we saw 71 frames at 1080p without upscaling. Turning on FSR performance mode pushed our frame rate up to a blazing 105 today. Even running Witcher 3 from GOG via translation was spectacular. We achieved a gorgeous, native 4K output with FSR set to performance, maintaining a highly consistent 60 frames every second. Red Dead Redemption 2 produced 81 frames per second under Windows 11. But SteamOS fought back bravely by delivering 61 frames at 4K with FSR upscaling truly indeed now enabled. In Black Myth Wukong, we averaged 54 frames at low settings, making this demanding game fully playable. Turning on frame generation boosted the system up to a superb 81 truly today. Spider-Man Remastered swung into action at a very respectable 70 frames per second. The game felt incredibly responsive as we navigated through the massive digital skyscrapers of Manhattan today, truly now. During our Last of Us test, system memory usage on Windows 11 climbed sky high. SteamOS kept things incredibly lean, using only 9 GB compared to 18 GB on Windows truly today. SteamOS has excellent native controller integration directly out of the box. You do not need to install any messy corporate bloatware to configure your DualSense or Xbox controller now truly today. But the crown jewel is the magical sleep and suspend mode. You can instantly put your entire system to sleep during a game and pick up exactly where you left off. In sleep mode, the system consumes a measly 3.7 watts of power. This works out to under £10 a year in the UK. IT is just incredibly efficient. Compare this with the sleep mode on Windows. If you try to sleep your PC during a game, it will almost certainly crash, wake itself up unexpectedly, or melt inside now. Waking up SteamOS takes a mere 5 seconds, and you are immediately back in the action. It completely changes how you interact with your PC, making it feel like a console. And if you ever need to do normal computer tasks, switching to desktop mode is incredibly simple. Just a couple of clicks and you are looking at a full desktop environment. This is KDE Plasma, a beautiful and modern desktop environment. It looks and feels remarkably similar to Windows, so you will feel right at home from the very start now today. Downloading applications is extremely easy thanks to the built-in Discover Software Center. IT acts as an app store where almost everything is open source, completely free and secure to use truly today. Discover uses Flatpaks, which are modern sandboxed applications. They run in isolation, meaning they cannot access or mess with your core system truly files. It is incredibly secure and stable now. You can easily install standard productivity applications like Discord, Slack, Spotify, and Google Chrome with a single click. There is absolutely no need to touch the scary terminal today, truly now. For content creators, OBS Studio is natively supported in the Discover Software Center. It runs beautifully on the lightweight kernel, letting you record gameplay with very minimal overhead today, truly now. Even complex tasks like managing RGB lighting are handled by open source software. OpenRGB allows you to fully customize your fans without installing resource-heavy corporate bloatware on your machine now truly today. If you have games on other launchers like Epic Games or GOG, the Heroic Games launcher is an absolute lifesaver. It aggregates all your libraries into one single screen today now. You just log into your account, download your games, and hit play. Heroic will automatically configure the correct Proton compatibility settings for truly you. It is beautifully simple for everyone now. For other launchers like EAPP or Ubisoft Connect, you can easily add them as non-Steam games. You simply force Proton compatibility, and the installer launches perfectly every single time today. Lutris is another powerful game manager available in the App Store. It allows you to run classic retro titles and non-Steam games with a single, highly unified interface today, truly now. And if you ever need to run actual Windows productivity apps, tools like WinBolt can run a full Windows virtual environment directly inside your SteamOS installation. IT is absolutely mind-blowing today. But let us be completely honest in this review. SteamOS is not yet absolute perfection, and there are some serious limitations you must consider before making the swap today, truly now. The single biggest barrier is Nvidia graphics cards. Because Nvidia does not openly share driver code with the Linux community, official SteamOS support is currently limited to AMD hardware now today. If you try to boot SteamOS on a modern Nvidia GPU, the system will simply refuse to boot. You are much better off using alternative Linux distributions like Bazzite instead today. The other major headache is kernel-level anti-cheat software. Popular competitive multiplayer games like Valorant, Fortnite, and Call of Duty refuse to run on Linux because of these security barriers truly today. Unless developers explicitly choose to enable Proton support, you will not play those competitive titles on SteamOS if those are your only games. You must stick with Windows instead truly today. But if your library consists of single-player masterpieces, co-op adventures, and supported multiplayer titles, SteamOS is an absolute dream come true. It turns your PC into a console today, truly now. The choice is yours. Windows control or Linux freedom. SteamOS is proving that a better, lighter gaming future is finally here. Are you ready to take back your computer today now?
Thanks for watching. If you found this interesting, click like and follow.